Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. So, guys, I have just completed my part one with regard to the complete Terraform ALB Ingress. So, what I'm going to show you that as I've in part one, I've showed you that we have already SSHed into this Ubuntu machine in VMware. So, I'm going to simply use my secret access keys to make sure that I will be prompted to deploy, or eligible to deploy the configure the EKS cluster inside my AWS account. So I have to provide these keys. So simply copy these keys and press enter. So if you deployed this module from the Windows environment, as I've told you in past, it is not going to work because this Terraform module required the local exec provisioners, which involves the bash script to be executed. So please make sure that you should or you must follow the steps which I'm providing you to make sure that you should provide this module Linux environment. So it will be successful. Otherwise, if you try it from the Windows environment, it is definitely give you an error and you will not be able to access your cluster. So everything I'm talking about is already tested, and that is why I'm keep insisting you to follow the step. Or if you wanna do yourself and try with the Windows environment, you will see those errors. So please don't then complain that I'm not able to set up this module from the Windows environment. So this is the Linux based environment. I'm gonna use the Terraform init, and I'm gonna use the Terraform apply dash dash auto approve. You should also use these commands for the deployment of this module. First, the plugins are going to be initialized, which is the requirement for the Linux based or any Windows based environment. Those require Terraform modules going to be installed, and then our VPC deployment and our cluster deployment is going to be started. And let me show you that the code I've already provided and put it in my public repository for you guys. And it is going to deploy the custom VPC along with this. As I told you that I've provided different script which is going to set up the this is the module. So uh, sorry, this one. So this script, what is going to do that it will set up the application load balancer as an ingress. So please make sure that you follow the same steps which I'm talking about. So it is pretty much easy. Simply you have to download the code, you have to set up the binaries and everything. If you're unable to do thing, give me comments. I will try to help you what error or issue you will be facing. So I've tried to make sure that everything I provided to you guys is everything is pretty much automated. So you have to simply make changes if you want with regards to the deployment. Just provide your company name. This is production ready modules I'm providing you guys. So make changes according to your need. So I'm going to pause the video and I will be back once the cluster is set up, and then I'm going to show you the ELBS ingress setup. Thank you. If you okay, I have to pause the video. I will be back. So guys, what I have done, I've done the deployment of Kubernetes cluster in my environment. So let me show you that this is completed successfully because the environment, as I told you in my uh, video number one, part one, that you should or you must use the Linux-based environment. So this is done. So now what we are going to set up is the ALB Ingress. Just to tell you again that this script is totally different than the one which is going to use the EKSCTL utility. So it is going to use the part of the EKSCTL, but later on it is going to use the AWS CLI. So make sure that you should have EKSCTL installed, and it is going to use OpenID Connect provider, uh, although it is already associated, but this script do involve a bit of EKSCTL, but then later on it will going to use the AWS CLI tools. So that is why I'm saying that this has the cluster is deployed totally with the Terraform, and there is no EKSCTL involved. So this part I've just included as the requirement. So if I copy this command, you will be able to see that ALB ingress pod is not going to run. So what step you have to follow? You see that the pod is in the crash state. So simply this is the actual VPC ID is coming out. Simply you have to provide your cluster name. So this ID is going to be automatically populate. So let me navigate to my AWS account, and if I navigate to EKS, okay, open the VPC section. In the next tab, you will be able to see the exact ID of the VPC, which is going to be populated here. So if I click on the VPC and click on this, you see CB57. So this is exactly the same ID. Simply I'm going to copy this command, and I'm going to edit the line number 41 as the instruction told me. All the stuff I'm echoing into this shell. So I'm not going to press enter. I'm going to also copy this stuff which is I'm going to be put in my file, which is I'm going to edit in a while. So it is going to open the Vim editor. So press colon. You see, this is press colon and press 4141 here. Just navigate at the end of the line, press O, and you will be entering into the next line. Simply right click and paste the stuff what we have copied. So make sure that the alignment of this is absolutely uh, perfect, because this is the YAML file, and if you not align the stuff in the right manner, our ALB ingress is not going to set up. So if I use the same command kubectl get pods, let me just uh, put it to the first level. Our ALB ingress pod is successfully set up. And the other logs, I want to show you that you can also check the logs with regard to that relevant deployment, is that you can simply copy the one, just wait, this is the edit one. Okay, this is the one you're going to use. This is the one, and as far as the logs are concerned, uh, I think I've not provided that particular line to see the relevant logs. Okay, kubectl. Although you can see the logs, you can see the logs simply by, let me show you how you can see the logs of this relevant kubectl logs, logs logs -f, and simply uh, put pod here. I'm going to put the pod name, and it is in the namespace cube system. So hopefully we'll be able to see the logs coming out. You see, you can use this particular command. I forget to enter the relevant commands in my script. So anyway, I've already told you this is the way you can see the relevant logs, and you see worker node is counted as one, and other also is populated. You can see the detailed logs, and even you can see the uh, describe pod as well. So let me put the name describe pod, give you different information than the log one. So this command, you see container created, started, and everything what has been done, and you see the role ARN automatically. Everything is you know assigned. You can check from the console as well. So that is it, guys. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. This is the way you can set up the ELB Ingress if it is totally deployed with the Terraform module of EKS which I provided. So there is no EKSCTL utility involved. Although just a bit of in the bash script, but the bash script is totally different from the one which I have provided for the EKSCTL deployment. Thank you. Have a nice day.